story. It was a beautiful morning, but I had no time to appreciate it because I couldn't find my phone anywhere. It was right by my bed when I went to sleep, but it seemed to have just vanished. I saw a note on my bed where my phone had once been. It said, "Go to the place where many are fed and where no one is turned away who can't pay." I had hardly even woke up yet, and I had to figure out what this note meant. I decided I should probably get up and get ready if I was going to go on this adventure. I got completely dressed and ready to go. I wore a bow in my long chocolate brown hair. I had on a pink t-shirt, and for my legs, I wore long skinny jeans for my long legs. I decided I should sit down and figure out what this note meant if I wanted to get my phone back. I didn't know what my life was like without my phone. I wouldn't be able to Instagram, Snapchat, text, call, or tweet without my phone. This is a serious disaster. Many are fed. No one is turned away who can't pay. I said aloud, trying to understand what the note meant. "Oh, it's the soup kitchen," I said to myself. I headed out the door, grabbed my mint green bike, and headed to the soup kitchen. Looking around, I saw beautiful scenery. There were thick, luscious trees everywhere. There were flowers bordering the edges of the road in a pretty pattern. I was in awe that I lived in a neighborhood so beautiful. I hadn't been on a bike ride in so long. I'd forgotten how much I enjoyed them. I have to keep up with all my social media, so there was just no time. I arrived at the soup kitchen a little nervous because I had never done this before, but nonetheless, I walked through the door and into the building. "Hey, I was wondering if I could volunteer here," I asked. "Why, of course," the lady replied. She had on washed-out jeans, a polo shirt, and a simple ponytail in her hair. She looked very old when I looked into her eyes, but her appearance didn't look very old at all. She was not much taller than me, and I am 5'3". The lady walked me back to the kitchen while all the other volunteers were. The room was filled with metal pots and pans. Some people were making chicken soup, and others were putting it in bowls and giving the bowls to all the needy people. I decided I would put the soup into bowls for the people because I have no idea how to make soup. I started putting the soup into bowls, and as I gave the food to the people, I started noticing that their faces would light up when I gave it to them. I noticed that the more soup I passed out to them, the better I felt. I think it was the best feeling I have ever had. It is even better than when you get a ton of likes on your Instagram post. I finished up serving all the needy people, and I was about to leave when the same lady from earlier walked up to me. "Wait, I have something for you," she shouted, trying to get my attention before I left. I turned around and walked towards her. She handed me a note like the one I had received earlier. First, it explained that there was a lesson in the volunteer work I had just done. The lesson was that helping others makes you happy. Then it gave me another riddle telling me where to go next to find my phone. It read, "Go where animals bark, where people adopt, and where animals find new homes." I need to figure this out quickly because I can't go another minute without my phone. Well, the place that people adopt animals from is an animal shelter. I must have to go to the animal shelter next. I hopped on my bike and rode towards the animal shelter. I really needed my phone. I hoped this was the last place I had to go before I could get my phone back. I got to the animal shelter, hopped off my bike, and walked inside. I walked through a ton of caged dogs to get to the front office. It made me so sad to know that they are all living in cages. They all looked so desperate for a home. I wanted to take them all home. I finally walked out of the room because my heart couldn't take it anymore. "Hello, I was wondering if I could volunteer here," I asked the lady at the front desk. "Yes, you can volunteer here. Just follow me," she said, leading me into the dog portion of the shelter. She was wearing pigtails, a pink t-shirt, and shorts. Her pigtails were braided, and you could really see all of the highlights in her hair. They were so pretty. She was really tall, too. She looked to be about 5'8". When I talked to her, I had to look up. We got into the dog room, and again, my heart hurt for all the dogs there. "Okay, I want you to play with each of the dogs individually," she told me. I started playing with the dogs one by one. I felt like I knew their life story, just by looking at their face. They were sorrowful, but excited that someone was playing with them. I petted each one a lot because I wanted them to feel loved and not unwanted. I finished playing with all the dogs, and at this point, I expected another note. I saw the lady walk up to me. "Here, take this before you go," she said while handing me the note. I walked outside to read the note. First, it told me again that this volunteer work was a lesson. The lesson was to be compassionate. There was another riddle telling me where to go next. Go to your favorite place where you can swim, tan, and where all you see is sand. I knew immediately what this riddle was talking about. It was referring to the beach. I jumped on my bike again. This time I wasn't excited to get my phone back. I was excited to go to the beach. I finally got to the beach and saw all my friends waiting for me. They handed me a swimsuit, and after I went to the bathroom and changed, we all ran down to the beach. We had such a great time swimming, talking, and laughing. Afterwards, my mom came up to me. "Here's your phone, but I don't think you will need it," my mom said to me. "Oh, so you were the one that set this whole adventure up?" I asked her. "Yes, I was the one that set this up. I wanted you to do something other than play on your phone all day. I wanted you to have an adventure and maybe learn some life lessons along the way," my mom said to me. "You know what? I don't need my phone," I replied. "Oh, but before you go back to playing with your friends, I have one last note for you," she said, handing me the note. It said, "I'm so proud of you for going on this journey all by yourself. You got to help others and learn some life lessons. I hope this teaches you how great life can be when you put your phone down. Even going to the beach with your friends has a life lesson. The lesson is to do what you love with who you love. I hope you have many more adventures to come. Love, Mom." My poem. Wanderlust, that is my disease. Wanting to explore the earth's crust, as long as it's overseas. Paris, Japan, Greece, and Rome. I will travel for all my days, but always come home. Life is like a blank page. Fill it with memories, even in your old age. I will see all of the earth, getting lost in its beauty, yet still knowing its worth. Times Square, Notre Dame, Niagara Falls, and more. I want to go sightseeing and touring. It is what I love and adore. It is also alluring, and my love for it is oh so pure. My haiku. Nature is so complex. It creates famous landmarks without being told. In everyone's life, you get one empty canvas. You choose what you paint. Traveling is fun. It is educational and beautiful. Beauty means nothing. Our heart is all that we need to make an impact. Experience life. See all it has to offer before leaving it. Don't stare at your phone. Stare at the world around you. You're living in it. Life isn't guaranteed. Live like it is your last day. Love like you don't know hate. You can be happy. Perspective is everything. It's all in your head. You won't trash your home, so why would you trash the earth? It doesn't make any sense. Wind blowing the trees, birds chirping, flowers growing, sounds like a good day. The purpose in life is to find true happiness. It is that simple. You shouldn't worry. Things happen for a reason. There's a bigger plan. My quote. Life is like an old movie. It is a series of snapshots that make up one